What do you say?
I'm gonna be sitting like this so that I can be looking outside.
You don't want to stare in my beautiful green eyes?
No, because it's creepy.
I'm actually not much of a eye contact person, and I am consciously working on it in my everyday life. I sort of feel awkward looking people in the eye, and I know it's good and you should and all that, but it feels awkward.
Sure, yeah. Also because we always like watch something when we're together.
We're facing the same direction.
It's really not that often that we look at each other.
Yeah, I almost forgot how you look like.
Maybe that's why it's been lasting for so long.
I thought you'd make that joke about me, to be honest. It would work better that way. Because, you're the looker in the relationship. But that is not the relationship podcast, is it? It is a...
movie podcast.
Sort of. Well, I just want to mention that the word on the street is that Ville is coming back the next episode.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun.
And rumor has it that you will also be on that episode. So it will be the three of us.
All right. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a reunion. It's gonna be the three of us. So much to talk about. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. At least that's the rumor. And nobody.
Where did you hear these rumors?
From Ville.
Like there's only one person saying them.
Like I start the rumor and I'm like, rumor has it.
Yeah.
Well, someone has to start the rumors.
Yes.
Someone has to start the tea, as the kids say those days. Which reminds me of Mean Girls for some reason.
Mean Girls?
Yeah, you know the movie Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Isn't there a lot of that sort of
gossip
sassiness and gossipness and all that?
Rumors, yeah.
Which is a fantastic segue for what I wanted to talk about today.
Okay.
Well, you actually like Mean Girls, right?
Yeah, Mean Girls is a great movie.
It is. It honestly is. It's a very nice...
I've watched that movie like many times.
See, that's exactly what
it's one of the movies that I could just watch again and again and again because it's so entertaining.
How many times do you think you've seen it?
Okay, I don't know how many times.
Is
maybe
it
10 times?
10? Okay.
10 times? Probably more, but yeah, something like that.
So, you've seen Mean Girls a lot, but is that the movie that you've seen the most times?
No, I think that the movie that I've seen the most times is a movie called Dirty Dancing 2. It's not a very... I don't feel like a lot of people are familiar with this movie. I've never heard anyone say that, oh, I know that movie. I mean, they know Dirty Dancing, but then there is the second one.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the name is familiar. Like, I feel like a lot of people have heard about it, but I don't know how many people have seen it. And especially the second one, right?
Yeah.
So, are you talking specifically about Dirty Dancing 2?
Yeah, I actually haven't seen Dirty Dancing.
Wait.
The first one.
Hold on. Are you saying that Dirty Dancing 2 is probably the most rewatched movie for you?
Yeah.
And you haven't seen the first one?
Yeah. But I don't think that they're that connected. I mean, it's two completely different movies. It's just because they're dancing and... Yeah. But, I mean, the storyline is kind of the same. Like, boy and girl meet, they dance, they have to win something or do something.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
But they're not connected?
No, I don't think so.
But you don't know so because you haven't seen it.
No, I mean, they're not connected. It's two different, like... It's called Dirty Dancing Havana Nights, but I assume that it's the second one because it's kind of like the same concept.
That's
Patrick
very
Swayze is in it as the dance teacher.
He's the dance teacher.
Yeah, in the second one.
Didn't you had a crush on the dancer or the guy who plays the main role?
The guy main character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diego Luna.
Diego Luna.
Yeah, he looked good in the movie.
Which year is this from the 80s or when is it?
It's probably from
Around
90s something.
90s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe beginning 2000s.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. So let's begin. Are you sure you haven't seen Dirty Dancing?
I mean, I've probably seen it once, but I don't remember it. I mean, I know pretty much the movie, but I haven't, like, if you ask me what happened in it, like, specifically, I wouldn't really know. I know that it's, they meet each other and they dance and,
okay,
fall in love and
So assuming that they're very similar movies, they follow the same structure, the same themes, the dancing thing and all that, right? What is making the second one so much better?
Well, can't really compare too much to the first one, but I just like the second one because, I think this is like how most people feel about Dirty Dancing, but this is just, I just feel the same way about Dirty Dancing Havana Nights. Because I like that the history in the movie, and then I like that it's like in a warm, nice place. It takes place in Cuba.
It's a little bit
It has
of the
a bit
vibes,
of a
right?
vacation vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I also think that the first one also takes place on a vacation, but the locations are different. And this one is like the second one is like, let's go to the beach and drink
It's sort
pina
of,
coladas and
yeah. That's the thing, though, right? Because it's pretty much what I want to talk about those movies that you just keep rewatching, and then we're going to dive into this. But you have a sort of a sick movie list when sort of you have like a fever.
It's like when you're sick, you just want to watch something comfortable that makes you feel good, that makes you forget about that you're being sick,
sort
and
of
just
take
like
your mind away.
Yeah, exactly. Like you live in another place.
But why do you keep watching the same movies? Is it because it's a safe bet?
Well, because it's the familiarity.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
the thing,
like
right?
it makes you just that this makes you feel good, so it's an easy call.
Yeah, you don't wanna.
Yeah, you don't want to be like looking at like watching a movie that confuses you too much, or you have to be like, oh wait, what happened there and stuff. It's like you don't care about that when you're sick.
Yeah.
You just want to watch something and you're going, oh, it's so.
Yeah, and it is a safe bet. I think that's important because even if you look up a new movie, then it might end up not being quite there. So let's start with Dirty Dancing 2.
I watched it like twice in a row. I watched it once and then I replayed it again.
Nah, you have to be kidding me.
No, I'm serious.
You watched it?
Maybe I was also just bored that day.
Wait, you saw it?
Yeah.
And you saw it again right after?
Yeah.
Are we saying like...
But it's like, I don't even feel like I'm watching a full movie. It's not like I'm spending 1.5 hours watching it.
Wait. My brain is short-circuiting. Wait, was there a time between the two times, or did you watch it straight away?
I think I pretty much just like, maybe I just went and got a bunch of new snacks and then I watched it again.
Wow. How many...
I'm a simple person.
How many filmmakers can say that their movie is not just rewatch worthy, but immediate, basically instant replay worthy?
Or maybe my standards is very low.
Wow. Honestly, I cannot relate. I've never seen the same movie twice in a day. So you might be the real film fan in the building,
Well,
certainly the real Dirty Dancing 2 fan.
I don't mind watching movies again when I know that I like them. It's kind of like, you know how we have a hard time sometimes picking a movie because sometimes you don't want to watch a movie because you've seen it already. And it can even be like a year ago. And it's like, we know it's a good movie, but it's like you just don't want to watch the same one again. You want to watch a new one.
Yeah, well...
And I'm like, I could just pick one that I know is good. Like, I don't really care about watching a movie twice or 4 times.
Well, this one is a little bit in 2 parts. I feel like sometimes when we're picking a movie and we want to watch something, it feels like it's it's an opportunity to see a film so that it's not wasted because we can only see so many films. And
yeah,
then
also because we don't have that much time to watch movies.
So usually I'm thinking I'd rather see a new one that I haven't seen already. So I can also see more films, right?
That makes sense, yeah.
But then on the other hand, there are some movies that not only are nice to rewatch, but they're better the second time.
That's true.
And that, for example, is a movie we saw together many years ago. It was The Prestige, if you remember.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, right, when we saw it? But then I feel like we saw it shortly after again, and the second time I thought was much better.
Yeah, there's totally those movies where you're like, there's so much going on, so many details that you don't notice half of them the first time you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the details, and then it's the thing that once you know the big reveal or plot twist or whatever you want to call it, suddenly everything else has a different meaning in what they're saying. So in a way, you are watching a different movie because you're looking at it with a new
Yeah.
context.
But my sick movie, when I'm sick. And it's
Okay.
also probably some nostalgia in there.
Okay.
It's kind of like a guilty pleasure movie also.
Hey, we've
But
talked with
it's-
Ville, no such thing as guilty pleasure movie. If you enjoy it,
Well, I don't know if you're going to change your mind
you just
now.
you just don't want to be on the record for saying
Yeah,
it.
no. No, I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
good movie.
Own it, girl. What is it?
Okay, it's the Hannah Montana movie. I mean, honestly, it's a pretty cozy movie.
Wait, oh my god.
It kind of like calls out you're a young girl and, you know, the world is full of opportunities. There's no letdowns. It's nostalgic because I
wow.
grew up watching Hannah Montana.
Wow,
So there's a lot of layers to it.
this podcast is such a bonding experience for the two of us. Hold on. Hannah Montana.
This is like better than therapy.
Hannah Montana the movie.
Hmm.
Okay, obviously Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Have you seen the actual show?
I haven't seen the last season or the last couple of seasons of Hannah Montana actually, because they also have their own version of what happened in the movie. But I think that the movie is just better after the first couple of seasons.
Okay, so that is your ultimate fever. I'm sick. I want to see something cozy movie.
Yeah.
The Hannah Montana movie.
I mean, when we were in Bulgaria and I got sick, I was literally just watching this movie like over and over while I was lying in bed.
You might be the only person in the world
I'm probably the only person in the world who still watches this movie.
that and a person who
They
can
should,
just
they should buy me something.
they should, yeah, I mean, I think Miley Cyrus should send you a signed postcard. But not only the only person who is probably still watching this movie, but the only person who can watch a movie on repeat. Like, you know, a song that you're just looping over and over again. That's you, but
Yeah.
with movies.
Yeah.
What else do we
And
have?
Mean Girls, obviously, I can also
Mean
watch
Girls?
a few times. Yeah.
I can see it. Mean Girls, it's a very good movie for, you
Yeah.
know, the genre, and
yeah.
it's good. It's good. So
Yeah.
I'm not hating at all on any of those, even though I've only seen Mean Girls out of those three.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have
you
a
like it?
Mean Girls.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Another movie that I've watched a lot of times that kind of is like, if I don't know what to watch, I'm kind of like, I have like a go-to list, and one of those movies is also like Crazy Rich Asians,
Oh,
which is, I think it's a great movie.
that's finally something new.
Yeah, something that's not super old.
Yeah, you've been stuck in the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dirty Dancing is the ultimate.
Dirty Dancing,
2.
Havana Nights.
Havana
Let's
Nights.
just be specific.
It's important.
So people don't mistake it from the first one, which people are
yeah,
usually
yeah.
talking about.
I just love.
I feel
this.
like it's like I'm one of the only people in the world who know about this movie.
It's not just that, but it's just
So
like
people, I mean, I was also looking up recommendations for it, or like reviews, and people didn't like it, and I was surprised.
Dirty
'cause I was
Dancing
like,
too. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna have our producer check Dirty Dancing 2.
I mean, and I'm like, well, maybe the dancing is not like professional, but I mean, who cares? It's just
Okay, well,
entertaining.
it is currently standing at 23% in Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes. But honestly, that is not
I
always.
think it's underrated.
It deserves more.
I do. I think so. And the actors are great. I mean, yeah. That's also the only thing that people has been commenting on that is good about the movie, is that the actors, like, it's not their fault if it's bad. But I think it's
Which
it's
is
alright.
which is usually the case,
Yeah.
that the actors are not to blame too much for a movie not doing well.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's underrated.
Has there been more Dirty Dancings after the second one?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Wow. Well, now that I look at it, the first one is doing substantially better. Better.
Beta?
The first one is doing substantially better in the ratings. It's 72 on Rotten Tomatoes compared to 23 for Dirty Dancing 2. So you're
Yeah.
standing tall and shouting that you prefer it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
guess,
I
yeah.
respect it. I
Maybe it's
think-
also because I've been watching it since I was like, I mean, I've been seeing it for many years now.
Yeah.
So maybe it's also a.
I don't know. I just think it's hilarious that you prefer a sequel so much more than the original, even though the sequel, according to most people, is worse.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen that a lot. What else is on your repeat?
I mean, I think that's kind of like the big ones that I usually go for, there's the Mamma Mia, also very like
Mamma Mia.
yeah, it's the one with the Amanda Seyfried.
That
And
sounds
like the woman who plays Sophie's Choice.
that sounds a bit like a musical.
It is a musical.
I have tough time with musicals. Is that a new one?
No, I think there's like 3. I think even maybe there's coming a 4th. Or
Is-
maybe it's 2 and there's coming a 3rd.
Is the ABBA song from it?
No.
Oh. Well.
The ABBA made the songs like long time ago, and they're just using them in the
Are they using
musical. Yeah, they're only singing ABBA songs.
Oh, well, that's an important detail that
Yeah.
you didn't mention. So the entire musical is from ABBA songs.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
the storyline is including them
Okay. So a little
or
bit like...
made from them, maybe.
Yeah, a little bit like Grease.
Yeah,
Yeah, as in like... Yeah. Okay.
takes place in Greece. The movie.
Oh.
It's a cozy movie, I'd say. Like it's not like a. I wouldn't like if we had like a one night in a long time where we finally got to see a movie. It obviously wouldn't be that movie, but it's kind of like a cozy movie or make yourself feel better movie.
Yeah. It's definitely sometimes you just want a movie to, not be very tough and existential and
Yeah.
raise philosophical questions. You just want to actually forget about your everyday life,
Yeah.
and sort of just be taken some other place that is very nice and cozy.
Mhm.
There's definitely a place for those movies.
Yeah.
But you know what, it got me thinking, like, how confusing would it be if Greece, the film,
Mhm.
took place in Greece, the country, and those are
Oh.
those are spelled differently. I just think that's
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sure-
also a good movie though, Grease.
Greece.
That's also one of my
I've seen it as a kid, and I remember I thought it was pretty fun when I was a kid, but
mhm.
I don't know if I dare to watch it now.
Why not?
I don't know. We should. Yeah. Why
You
the
think
hell
it
not?
won't be good?
No, it's just as
It's
I
a
said,
classic.
musicals. But the music is pretty good in it. I do remember actually a few of the songs, even though I've seen it so long ago. I
Mhm.
still remember the songs,
Yeah.
which just goes to show how good they are and how catchy they are.
Yeah, they kind of like stick to your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than your sick movies and your chick flicks and everything,
You say it like it's a bad thing.
no, not at all.
I mean, this is a great list of cozy movies, I'd say.
You know what? Let's just to make sure it's very clear.
Mhm.
Please, so we have the official list from you. Just list all the movies that should be on that list.
One that I also remember watching a lot growing up is A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. I
Fuck.
think you know it, right?
I've seen it because of my cousins.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you know what? I can't hate it. It's a good movie.
Oh God, this is
With the hot guy in it and all. It's like you're growing up, you're a teenager, and you're like,
So you had crush on
Damn.
that guy too?
probably. Yeah, I mean, why not? He was pretty hot.
I'm not blaming you. I remember that guy. Yeah. Okay. The Cinderella Story.
Mm.
So go on, please let us know the extent of your list.
Well, there was the Hannah Montana movie, and then there was Mamma Mia, then there was Dirty Dancing 2, obviously, Mean Girls, and then there's Cinderella Story, Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay, that's a decent list.
That's the ones we've talked about so far.
So between those movies, you've probably seen them like 40 times.
I don't even want to think about it. It's probably embarrassing. It's an embarrassing number.
You should rewatch my YouTube videos like that.
Well, sure.
Okay, wow. You couldn't even lie. You could have lied.
No, I keep it
So,
honest.
Other than those movies,
Mhm.
obviously pretty good list. We have some movies that we actually do rewatch pretty often that are quote unquote proper films, which is
Yeah.
stupid to say, but
I think
you know
like
what I mean.
Interstellar we've seen, Titanic we've
Titanic.
seen a few times,
And then very much so Goodfellas.
Goodfellas,
I think we have like a yearly.
Godfather, and the one with Al Pacino, Scarface.
Oh, Scarface. Yeah.
It's also a good
yes.
movie.
Actually, yes, exactly. Goodfellas and Scarface
Mhm.
is such a nice double feature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those two
Totally.
movies. Yeah, there's something about Goodfellas and Scarface. I'd say we have.
I'd honestly probably prefer Scarface over them.
Ooh.
Because it's like, I don't know, Goodfellas is really good,
Yeah.
but it's almost too like,
too proper filming.
Yeah, I want to say like Scarface has like so much drama in it, and it's like super extreme, and it's just entertaining 100%. And Goodfellas is also really good, but it's more like proper, and you really.
I actually know what you mean. Scarface feels a little bit gritty. It feels a bit more raw.
Yeah.
It feels more like sort of real.
Yeah.
Because it might have been a bit of a lower budget, not too sure, but it's just the way it's filmed, the way it's acted. It just feels more gritty.
And it's just kind of like, it's just a good movie.
It's great. Al Pacino is just brilliant in it. He really is. But then yet again, Goodfellas is just
also amazing.
Such a movie. Cannot get tired of it. And we actually saw it in the cinema once, which was really
you know
cool.
what? Maybe I actually preferred. Honestly, I can't
you cannot decide.
No.
Yeah, it's a tough call between the two.
Yeah.
But they're both great.
Yeah.
So we've seen those two in our sort of yearly rewatch list.
Yeah. We also keep coming back to a few Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That is true. We do keep going back to Black Mirror. And that's the thing, actually. I actually made a post on Reddit not too long ago because I was trying to figure out what it is exactly, how can I formulate the exact type of movies that I really, really like.
How you describe it?
Yeah, how do you put it? Because it's movies that have a very interesting concept as sort of a sociological or technological or psychological question, a little bit of what if.
It's like an unusual concept.
Yeah, unusual concept. And I am not as interested about maybe like a love story set in that concept or anything like that, but exploring the concept itself. And Reddit suggested a lot of good movies that we have to watch.
Yeah, I read the thread. They
went in.
They really pointed out the ones they knew exactly what you were talking about. Yeah,
and it turns out that this is best described as high concept movies. So I really enjoy those. I very much enjoy those, but it's so tricky. It's so difficult for a movie to quite hit exactly what I have in mind. So I guess I have to make one day.